Hit power 82. Block shedding of 56.
Coach, it's one of those teeth-chatteringly cold and snowy December afternoons here at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the New England Patriots. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Ready? Line 36.
You said what? Are you done with him?
On first down, Trubisky. And his first pass is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. It's complete. Javon Wims, the open man. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards. First down. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. 20. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
Oh, that's a big one right there. You talk about breaking off a huge chunk of real estate. But if you're the defensive coordinator, you cannot dwell on the fact you just gave up an explosive run. You have to look ahead, regroup your guys, and figure out a way to slow down this attack.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Buying time. Touchdown, Bears. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
And they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. But whatever they said appears to have worked. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hold on for a second.
From the gun, Bernard. And hauling it in, Nelson.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Yeah, run block is
off the play fake. Bernard. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. Dashing through the snow. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them, and they took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
Oh, yeah.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game. And typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Whenever we call a game that's in the snow, we have to focus a little bit more, trying to make sure we've got the right numbers on players that we're calling, right? The right guys in the game. Think about the guys on the field. Their focus has to really increase as well because so many things coming at you. You got to make sure that you're really locked in on taking care of the ball.
Or if you don't, you cough it up like they did right there. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play action. It's Trubisky. That's complete to Robinson. Touchdown, Chicago! Allen Robinson, his 11th touchdown of the year as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point through the snowflakes, something good. And it's now 21-0.
Down here. Oh, okay. Okay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. It's a short kick here, fielded at the 24. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing to start the drive. Bernard churning, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Hey, can you hear me?
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
I'm doing something now.
Nicely 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
I'm doing something now.
Trubisky will throw. Flush to his right. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's what he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
I send you this invite. If you sign somebody, if you sign a free agent, I'm
Minute
a
scrimmage in the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now it's Trubisky. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Lawrence Guy. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. On 3rd
you
and
won't
goal,
play.
Trubisky.
You play week 16.
And he goes down once more.
Me too. Well, I ain't gonna say you need to.
Now it's 4th and goal, and that's a loss of 6.
Just a suggestion. You can go to a dollar store or whatever.
Good. And that stretches
Whatever store that you have that's cheap, you can get your cheap money.
They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes. So you can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
The Pats at the line, ready to go as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
Let me do this one player, and then I'll send you the invite.
Think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. As a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13.
Trucking is 66.
That's caught by his tight end, Matt Lacoste. And this is picked up by the Bears. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Looseness in the 81.
Here's Trubisky. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there, bank at the 39-yard line.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Play action. Now Trubisky. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears.
Catching traffic. It's a 59.
Now Robinson with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Complete to Allen Robinson. Touchdown, Chicago.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. No problem there on the extra point. And the run is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be fielded at the 6. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
And if you don't get them right,
see if they can pick those things back up.
By Monday, I'm going to get somebody else.
Mike, 58, right there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bernard. That's caught by the tight end Lacoste. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
I'm looking for your name.
White Alpha. Hey, ball. 6'6", bullet high.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky going up top for Miller. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
All right, I'll send it to you.
Turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it.
You said running back.
And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup,
and
come out and start the third quarter. But things don't improve fast then. I think the backup's get a lot of play in the second half.
Extra point safely through. And a rout is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one taken from the 7. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
His Karen is a 72.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big, this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop. To throw on second down. Bernard caught by Nelson. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
Rams 96. The great tackle is a 56.
Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it 2nd and 7.
Watch the screen. Pass.
Off play action. Bernard eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Looking to throw. Bernard to Michelle on the screen. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
They're going to try and throw. It's caught. Nelson. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Back to throw. Bernard. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. N'Keal Harry was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers to get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve their passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Yeah, so you got 20 now.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Check 13. Check 13.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Operating from the gun, Bernard. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
58's the mic. 58's the mic. You're going to see me in your nightmares, son. You're going to see me in your nightmares.
Next time, remember you.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Bernard. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
What time do you have a game scheduled with somebody?
First down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Well, now, don't let me put it like that.
On first down, Bernard. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. To throw on 2nd and 6, Trubisky. He'll find his tight end. That's Ben Broniker. 14 yards and a Chicago first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't.
And this is taken in at the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 35. Throwing here, Trubisky. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
That was up, guys.
Yeah.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on the short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
I ain't going to have to see skins
Now
out.
a play fake here on first down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm looking over in your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my
if you do
spot.
come back,
We're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you. Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd down, Bernard. He completes it to Nelson. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the first. They stop him for
Blue, what
that
check you
time,
put
and
in?
that'll bring up 4th
10
down.
year more point check?
That's one. That's one. Scroll up to the top. That's one. Then the Blue Dog, I think it said Blue Dog group chat or Blue Dog something. But anyway, it's a new group chat. What I tell people,
Get the
like you ain't
offense
gonna
off
start
the
no
field.
game.
They're going on 4th
You
and
go
5.
to create matches, just start from the first, and just start deleting things that's old, and then you're gonna come to it. You got to read it. Just don't be deleting
Boy, a
it.
curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And
You
the
scroll
Bears
down
are going to
anyway,
get the
so why
football
scroll
back,
down?
and they're
Just
going to get
delete
in
as
great
you
field
going down.
position.
And you delete the whole message.
First down, here's the Roman Montgomery. They find some open field here. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Let me know.
Completes it to Miller. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point splits the uprights, and a route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Trubisky. That's complete to the tight end, Broniker. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just toweling it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
Say you want to move up to another grade. Just what
his
you got.
second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. As his guys continue to pour it on.
Not now.
Coming after, right down the middle. And a route is on here in this first half.
Not now.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Not now. I see you when I get back. You ready, Skin Dog? All right.
Let's go.
New England with the first down as they begin the drive.
Me.
And following the interception, just any interception,
chair,
are you a little
turn
bit
my
more
elbow.
cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. On 1st and 10, Bernard. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Bernard. Caught by Nelson left side. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun. Bernard. Open man is Myers.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2.
That's there.
This is caught. And they over the stop, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And they will run it with Michel. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Okay.
Michelle going to try again. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Michelle in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half. And that's a critical touchdown. I don't want to be too hyperbolic or whatever, but they needed some points on the board before halftime.
They certainly did, and, you know, it's not going to erase everything that happened in the first half. Look, they got outplayed. There's no question about that. But now it gives them a chance to regroup, feel a little bit better about themselves. And how many games have we done where we've seen everything flip when another half begins? And by the way, did you say hyperbolic?
I did. Thank you. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Son, show me that playbook.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
That's what he went. That's what he ain't. Goal line. Exactly.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Again, it's Michelle. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Here we go. 10, touchdown. 22, jet, cover. 22, jet.
Off the play fake. Bernard. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 38. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Hey, alert.
2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. And his throw here's incomplete. Javon Wims, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, What have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Anthony Miller with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Lou, I think he done went to sleep, man. He done got one delay a game. Okay. I'll call a timeout.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Good play. I forgot who I'm playing. I forgot.
This one taken from the 7. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and just like that, it's third down. Operating from the gun, Bernard, and that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground, and fourth down now coming up.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Let's go, baby.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
Looking to throw again on second down. Trubisky. He'll find Miller. That's complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Recon, 132 fighter.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be fourth down and a few inches. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
18.
First down, Chicago.
Kill. Red, up. 18.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to give it to Ridley. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. And they'll let that play, the completed pass, stand as they decline the penalty.
So do you get the sense they like their defense?
Yeah, they wanted that next down to come up.
Yeah, they weren't worried about the yardage there at all. Just what you said. Let the downs trickle away.
Under 10. 10.
Off play action. Bernard. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. The intended receiver, Sony Michel. And now it's third down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Off the draw, here's Michel. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down. The Patriots send out their punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. That's taken on the 25. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Come on, QB, come on.
They go play action. Trubisky throwing left side here, and it's complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. On third down, they go Montgomery. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards to pick up there. They go play action here on first down. His throw incomplete. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. But it's going to be second down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And he finds Montgomery complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 3.
Take the
and
time.
that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Take your fucking time.
Running for Montgomery.
Take the time.
And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 15-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And it's Michel once again. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Back to throw. Bernard got him in. He finds Sanders. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Bernard. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
That's 2 delayed games.
2nd and 8.
You get this 3rd delayed game, we're going to be...
Got a man open, that's Harry. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
There's 26 seconds left in the game. I'm winning 26.
Down.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl. The tuck roll,
didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one people remember. But I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snow plowing in New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82, and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. New England on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Operating from the gun, Bernard. Hauling it in, Nelson. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. On 4th down, Bernard got his man. That's Harry. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll turn to Michelle as they go back to the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Looking to throw. Bernard. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Aaron Lynch. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping? run with a running back or a tight end. In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Hey, tell Blue,
so after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Sleep, man. You about to get kicked out for excessive breathing.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he is met quickly in the backfield.
There's only 26 seconds left in the game. He got the ball.
Loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Here we go. 52.
Play action. Now Trubisky. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. And guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
"34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
He's not going to get me.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. On second down, Michelle. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
3rd and 17.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. From the gun, Bernard.
Oh, come on.
And that is incomplete. Just nothing there again. Multiple times we've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself. You still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like moving the ball, and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all...